Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today Nikki has written a review of Bobble for the Nintendo Switch. So without further ado, let's make a start on that review. I actually bought Bobble on the Switch for Nick a few years ago. She absolutely used to love it on the PS1 and played it loads when she was a kid, so lots of nostalgia for her. And her mum actually used to play it in the arcades back in the 80s, so quite a long running kind of game in Nikki's family. Now this version on the Switch, it actually comes in two parts. You get the old original arcade style game, and then you get a new version as well. The arcade style game on the Switch is pretty much identical to the original game. It's a platformer where you play the part of a dragon, either Bub or Bob, and the aim is to catch the monsters in your bubbles, which you then have to pop with a certain amount of time in order to kill them. You collect food items to boost your score, and when your score reaches a certain number, you get given an extra life. There are various other items throughout which you can pick up to improve your game. Obviously the difficulty increases as the levels progress by making monsters more challenging and by introducing more complicated level layouts, and there's 100 levels in total. The only difference between the Switch game and the original is that some of the levels have been made more difficult by reducing the time the monsters will stay in the bubbles before you pop them. This is a game which is ideal for those interested in retro games or just looking for a little bit of nostalgia. The premise of the new style game has pretty much stayed the same: catch the monsters in bubbles and then pop them, but other than that it has been completely overhauled. The game is bright and colourful, the monsters have been completely reimagined. The way to earn points is still to collect as much high value food as possible, but the way to do this now is to pop more monster bubbles at once. The more monsters popped at once, the better food becomes available. For every 4 levels there is a boss level. As you progress through the levels, new types of bubble weapons are made available. You can then select the bubble weapon to assist you in later levels, and this could be bomb bubbles or electric bubbles. There is a degree of problem solving required for the new style game, where bubbles travel in different directions, making it more difficult to catch certain monsters, which does make the game more challenging and adds a new level of difficulty that the old game didn't have. For gameplay, while this is a fun game to play, it's a basic platformer which limits the available gameplay score for this one. However, it is great for anyone who wants a bit of nostalgia in arcade mode or a quirky fun game for the new levels which are easy to dip in and out of. For that reason, I'm going to give the score for gameplay 6 out of 10. The artwork style for this game is very cute. The colours are bright and interesting. It's a lovely game to look at, particularly on the OLED in handheld mode, and it's clear that a lot of work has gone into revitalising this while still keeping the old roots of the old classic game. So for visuals, I'm scoring this one 7 out of 10. In terms of value for money, we're going to score this one 7 out of 10. The physical game of the basic game is $22.95. There is the Baron is Back DLC game, which comes with the original game as well, which is $42.95, and you might still be able to get a copy of the limited edition version where you get lots of added extras. There is huge replay value to this game because of the arcade style, and Nick's had hundreds and hundreds of hours out of this game, and at $22.95 for the physical copy, I think in terms of value for money that's really good. $35.99 on the eShop, so slightly more expensive, but I would go down that physical route of $22.95 for this one. That gives us a final score of 20 out of 30. Thank you so much for watching. If you really like this game, obviously give the video a like. Let me know down in the comments below maybe some of your old favourite games or some of your favourite platformers on the Switch. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, hit subscribe. Look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.